Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Jace, and welcome to Cosmic Origins. I'm glad to be back for this update. There's a ton of really exciting stuff going on right now in the financial world, and particularly with cryptocurrency, and what's about to go down over the next few months and years with the financial collapse that's imminent in the US and also internationally. As you might know, we're in a financial crisis or in the midst of entering into one. And we're also in the middle of a liquidity crisis, which means that there's not enough money in the banks. So right now, if people tried to pull their money out of the banks, there would be run on the banks. And we've seen this happening in some various European countries. There's been videos circulating of some banks getting burnt down because people can't move their money out. Lots of issues in the financial world right now. So what I want to start with is the Biden admin saying that they could actually freeze bank accounts amidst the US dollar attacks. So they said that according to the latest speculations, it seems that hedge fund manager Hugh Hendry has warned that the Biden admin is mulling a freeze on US bank accounts, US bank withdrawals amid the decline in M2 money supply. The M2 is a benchmark measure of how much cash and cash-like assets is circulating in the US economy. So the fact that they're putting this, at least even as a headline, that they're putting this fear out there, like, okay, the Biden admin could freeze bank accounts. They're getting people prepared for the idea that this could happen. And of course, we've been talking about this for a while. This is the whole reason, one of the main reasons why I got into crypto and why I basically dove headfirst into this whole space is because of the financial sovereignty and security part of it. We've seen so many attacks on people's financial sovereignty over the past few years, whether it's people's financial accounts getting taken down for censorship. I'm not going to even name them, but the top, financial, alternative bank peer-to-peer payment type of companies, those accounts are getting shut down all the time for people talking online about things that they aren't agreeing with. Then, of course, bank accounts. We saw big names like Kanye get his bank account shut down. The Canada trucker rally, we saw banks getting shut down where crypto was the only way they could transact. This is pushing us in this direction. They are tightening the grip on the financial sovereignty that you have and what you can even claim is yours anymore. Because if you have money in the bank and the bank can either say, hey, this is no longer your money, or the government can come and freeze it, it's really not yours. So that's why we're all about having our money in private wallets on the blockchain with digital asset cryptocurrencies, because that's genuinely the only place that you can store money digitally outside of just having cash or gold or silver, where nobody can come and take it from you. And the majority of the money right now is digital. Of course, gold and silver are great. Cash is moving out, but you can't really spend money with gold and silver right now, right? Like you can't go to the grocery store and give them silver coins. So the digital financial sovereignty is really important. And that's why that's what we focus on in our Conscious Crypto program. So real quick, if you are really needing help and you're needing a guide, like knowing how to do this stuff, getting step by step walk through each step of the process, that's what I'm here for. And Conscious Crypto, my school, we're just over a year in to the recent school. So I've been doing this Conscious Crypto program for just over a year now, and I've been doing one-on-one coaching for another year plus before that. And I'm about to take all that and kind of restructure it and create a brand new Conscious Crypto program. So we're getting a brand new group of students, and we're going to be launching this in probably about a month. And it's going to be an update to the program that I've already been running. All my students that have already been in Conscious Crypto, you guys are going to get all this for free, upgraded. So you guys are already included. But if you're out there and you're like, oh, I need to take advantage of this transfer of wealth of crypto, I need to get into the financial sovereignty, I need to move my 401k, my Roth IRA, my stocks, my bank account savings, I want to move them into crypto and I don't know what to do. That's what I'm here for. That's what I really specialize in helping people do. I'd say the number one kind of client student that I work with is somebody who is trying to move their savings or their retirement funds into cryptocurrency, as a hedge against the collapsing financial system, and as a vote for democratic finances in the sense of a decentralized financial system where you don't have to trust any one centralized figure, government, bank, whatever. So that's what we're here for. If you want to check that out, link is in the description, consciouscrypto.info, or you can apply directly at join.consciouscrypto.info/app. All that info is down below. So let's move on. They can freeze your bank accounts. That's where we're going. All right. What else? So Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, I believe that's her title. I might be blanking on that, but I'm pretty sure that's her title. Or I guess the she's the treasurer. So she warned that the U.S. could be defaulting on our debts in the very near future, as early as June 1st. And as you know, the U.S. Is in a tremendous amount of debt, like ridiculous amount. So defaulting on our debt would be a very interesting scenario. And they're talking about dozens of bank failures overnight. So let's just play a quick clip of this.
Paint a picture for everyone. What happens on that day? Let's assume for the sake of argument it's June 1st. What happens that day if the debt limit has not been extended?
Well, Treasury finds itself in a position where we're unable to pay all of the bills that come due that day. And this would be really the first time in the history of America that we would fail to make payments that are due. And, whether it's defaulting on interest payments that are due on the debt or payments due for Social Security recipients or to Medicare providers, we would simply not have enough cash to meet all of our obligations. And it's widely agreed that financial and economic chaos would ensue.
Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Financial and economic chaos would ensue if we default on our debts. So I'm not super versed in the whole number of scenarios that this could play out, but in the grand scheme of things, of everything we're looking at with this transition into the new financial systems that you might call the quantum financial system, this is a key part in that. And this is, I think, leading up to that event that we've been discussing for so long. Some have called the Black Swan event, but the flip of the switch. Maybe some will call it the Great Reset, others the quantum financial reset. There's a lot of different, buzzwords that are flying around to describe this change in the system, but we're getting more and more kind of normie disclosure, if you will, that the average person is starting to understand, okay, we're in some actual, serious trouble here, and there needs to be something done. And this is where XRP and XLM and the other, cross-border payment liquidity cryptocurrencies are really going to play a key pivotal role in saving and transitioning the financial economy. And of course, this is being run into the ground on purpose, I believe. This has probably been the plan for quite a while. We have to basically have the death of the old system to properly transition into the new system. All right. And this is, I don't know who, I guess Mr. Sherman, U.S. Congressman, literally joking about how they can print money out of thin air because they're the U.S. government. But if people make their own cryptocurrencies, then it's illegal. Let's listen to this.
Crypto bros make money literally by making money, and they've made over $1 trillion out of thin air. They'll accuse the U.S. government of making money out of thin air. Maybe we do, but we're the U.S. government.
Maybe we do, but we're the U.S. government, the ultimate corporation that can break all of the rules it makes. So yeah, they're really trying to kind of put the spotlight on crypto right now. And earlier today as well, there was something that Biden had said where he was coming down on crypto traders and basically making them look almost like they're at fault for the chaos in the financial system right now. Skip past that. So let's talk a little bit about, or not a little bit, let's spend a good amount of time now talking about the SEC Ripple case that is very, very close to settling. It's been well over 2 years now that we've been following this on this channel. And if you guys have been around that long, if you've had XRP since before the lawsuit, props to you. We've been waiting a while. And if you're getting into this recently, well, it's a good time. And it's honestly, I think, never been a better time to get into crypto right now because of this lawsuit. So quick 30-second summary to catch you up if you're not aware. Ripple, the company who manages XRP, has been sued by the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States. And they were trying to claim that Ripple was selling XRP as an unregistered security, which is basically a stock. So the SEC has been essentially publicly losing the case for the past 2.5 years. And we just got another major win for Ripple and for XRP, which is a release in the near future of the unredacted Hinman emails. So the Hinman emails tie into the corruption around the SEC and what we call ETHgate, which is Ethereum Gate, which is the scandal around how the Ethereum Foundation, which is the group that created and private sold Ethereum, was given a free pass, regulatory free pass by the SEC early on. And the Hinman emails were a speech from a fellow named William Hinman, who, I don't know the full details of it, but in the speech, I guess there's some very detrimental material that makes the SEC look very bad in their collaboration with the Ethereum Foundation and the free pass that Ethereum was given, while the SEC went after Ripple and XRP for the same things that they were blaming Ethereum, or sorry, they went after Ripple and XRP for the same things they gave Ethereum a free pass for, and that Ripple and XRP weren't actually guilty of in terms of private sales of securities and all this other kind of stuff. So this is some really good news. This was published on May 16th, so about a week ago, but hopefully in the next few weeks, I think month or two, we're going to be getting this material, and we'll see what it does. I think it's ultimately going to be really good for the outlook of the case, and we'll see if it, creates more momentum in the markets or not. All right, so in relation to the Hinman emails, here we go. Here's the actual date. So it was pushed back until June 13th. Okay. So the SEC and Ripple simultaneously agreed to push back the disclosure of the Hinman emails until the 13th of June. So why is that important? Well, this is a strange thing because the Ripple and the SEC, have not been working together. That's why they're in a lawsuit against each other. So for them to both agree to push this back to a particular date almost infers that there is a settlement inbound. And my theory is, building off of what Digital Asset Investor was saying here, that 5 years seems to be the statute of limitations where I guess criminal violations, something about they can fall away after 5 years. So June 13th, 2023 is exactly allegedly 5 years after I guess the events took place. So if this is all true, my theory is, does this mean that there's a settlement and Ripple is willing to hold off the unsealing of the Hinman emails in exchange for XRP getting a green light in the settlement? And if you remember, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, had said that they would settle. They would settle only if it was clear that XRP was not a security. If that was clear, then they'll settle. Otherwise, they're not going to settle. So if they would give XRP the green light, and Hinman and the SEC kind of get off on the hook, get a free pass in a way in exchange for XRP getting the green light, maybe that's the settlement case that's playing out. But we'll have to see. Let's see what happens. So let's see here. Now from Crypto Mason, he shared that there was another independent group that was, quote, referenced by someone in the Hinman emails, or the third-party email was forwarded to the Hinman or the email group discussing the speech. But anyway, here it was saying that the group determined that XRP failed the Howey test, meaning it was not a security. So just another piece of kind of more recent relative evidence that proves that the SEC is losing the case, and that I think in the very near future, we could be getting a clear green light for XRP, which is really going to start moving up the markets and I think pushing the next bull run. So here's Brad Garlinghouse saying that he thinks in the next 2 to 6 months, we will get clarity. And just read his energy here. I've been fascinated with Brad Garlinghouse because even though there's a lot of chatter in the crypto space about, his connection with the WEF and these groups and that kind of thing, my energy read off of him has always been really pure. He's always come across really genuine. And I feel like he's a Trojan horse in the mix of that group. But, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what he's saying here and his energy in general.
Well, the case against Ripple by the United States SEC started 2.5 years ago, so it's certainly been a bit frustrating and slow, but the good news is we're at the end of that journey. And while others in the crypto industry might be at the beginning of that journey, the silver lining for Ripple has been that we're kind of at the end. Sometime, I would say, between the next 2 and let's say 6 months, I expect a resolution. The judge in the United States has been fully briefed. She has the decision on her plate. A federal judge can operate on whatever timeline in this case, she would like. But I'm optimistic we're going to see resolution, I believe, before the end of Q3. Well, the case.
All right, so do take that with a little grain of salt because he was saying last year that it would probably be resolved by March, April of this year, which is clearly passed. So these things are flexible, but he has consistently shown an immense amount of confidence in the outcome of this case and that, Ripple is going to come out in the green. And also that the rest of the crypto industry is pretty shaky, but that that XRP is being positioned to be really the only crypto with clear regulatory clarity, which is also what I think is going to push XRP as the #1 gainer in the next bull run, which is coming up in a year or two at the latest. And I say that based on the Bitcoin halving, which I'm not going to get into now, but the Bitcoin halving occurs every 4 years. Basically, the bull runs occur in consistent 4-year cycles. And based on that cycle, it's going to be 2024, 2025 that we'll see that cycle repeat itself. So it's based on the fractals, basically. All right, here we go from attorney John Deaton, who has a class action lawsuit with the SEC with XRP. He's been one of the main attorneys focusing and commenting on the case. He said there are several reasons the SEC is in this position. The lawsuit was not only about enforcing the U.S. securities laws. If it was, the case would have been limited to specific sales made by Ripple, and it would have settled by now. The lawsuit was used as a weapon with a bad motive. So again, like the SEC used this case, they gave Ethereum and they gave Bitcoin free passes. That's why I'm always saying those are the NWO cryptos. The corrupt Biden admin, SEC, Wall Street cronies, they gave Bitcoin and Ethereum free passes and made it their coins. The banks, even though XRP is working with the banks and the financial institutions themselves own more Bitcoin and Ethereum on their balance sheets than anything else. So those are their preferred coins. XRP is like the Trojan horse that they're being forced to use, that they don't want to use, but they're going to have to because they're not being given a choice. It's like level up or get out kind of scenario. So yeah, just wanted to share that. And so we also had Ripple purchasing another finance company called Medico, and they bought it for $250 million. Just another really good sign that Ripple is thriving, where we're seeing a lot of other crypto companies, Coinbase, just to name one, laying people off. A lot of crypto groups are really struggling and collapsing right now, and we're seeing quite the opposite with Ripple. And Brad Garlinghouse retweeted this here. He said, this other account said, LOL, do you realize what Ripple did within just the past 72 hours since Taurus issued her order on the Hinman emails? They acquired Medico, launched a CBDC platform, which I didn't mention here, but that is another relevant thing. They launched a CBDC platform that would allow central banks to come on and use their platform to create CBDCs, and XRP could be involved in that as well with the cross-border payments. And they also hired an ex-Amazon CFO. Looking forward to next week, winky face. So just to comment on the CBDC thing real quick. Some might look at that and go, oh, red flag, CBDC is bad, right? Anything associated with CBDC is bad. I probably will do another video about this, but I want to say I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's that black and white. I think CBDCs are kind of getting all put in this really vague category where it's kind of just a generic form of technology, almost like, you know, blockchain itself or websites or any kind of generic technology that can be used for different intentions. And I think that the CBDC that we really don't want is the kind that we're seeing in like China, the kind where you have a programmable currency that you're forced to use and it's completely out of your control and you have no other options. It's not a blockchain, it's not a cryptocurrency, it's a purely programmable centralized digital currency like we see in China with the digital Chinese yuan. That's not a crypto, that's not a blockchain. So I think that we want groups like Ripple and with XRP especially to push their own CBDC platforms that are like the yin version to the yang or the light version to the dark, if you will, where if we have these CBDC platforms built on the blockchain, that's a way better scenario than having them in a purely centralized, you know, programmable digital currency. Of course, CBDCs can be programmable, but if they're built on a legacy layer one blockchain like XRP, or if they're a part of Ripple's, you know, platform, then I just, to me, there's a different conversation around that than, you know, the one around CBDCs being used for control. So another video, maybe if you guys want to talk more about that. And of course, I don't know either, you know, like ultimately, I'm just like you guys, like I'm learning with this, you know, we're all learning, we're all going through this together. Nobody has all the answers. No one knows, you know, what's going to happen, how technologies can ultimately be used in any direction. Like it's all kind of happening at the same time and as one, if you will. All right. Now, other end of the spectrum, let's talk about Pepe and meme coins real quick. I think I'm going to do another video about meme coins if you guys are into that, but just wanted to mention Pepe because a lot of people have been talking about it. So Pepe, if you haven't heard about it, massive explosion of this meme coin over the past month. It was featured in like, you know, Times Square. It's just been all over the internet. And I would say now it's probably too late to get on it. I didn't get on it. It was too late. You know, it's possible this kind of stuff will go up again. I'm not really here to talk about the price. More so like be careful with meme coins is what I want to say, because here's an example of someone who traded all their XRP into Pepe and then lost more than 60% within a few days. So, you know, treat meme coins like the casino. I recently started kind of throwing some money, little bits at some meme coins, not Pepe, but some others. You know, I like what Crypto Mason has said about it, which is treat it like you're throwing away the money. Treat it like it's just garbage and you're not going to get it back and it's total trash money. And if it gets you, you know, some profits, then that's awesome. But treat it like a game, you know, have fun with it. It's about memes. Be very careful with meme coins if you're going to invest in them. Not financial advice, but be careful. All right. And then, you know, Alex Becker, you may or may not know him, but he said it's time to accept Ethereum is not a realistic tech or DeFi solution to programmable money and move on. So, you know, Ethereum has a lot of issues aside from ETHgate and everything, but we need better solutions because it's way too expensive, way too slow. And of course, all this corruption with the government and all this other stuff built in. So I said, this is why we need Coreum official, because Coreum is building an amazing blockchain for programmable money. And it is kind of the bridge between the XRP ecosystem and the Cosmos ecosystem. So Coreum is one of the main platforms we've been focusing on, the top 3 in the Conscious Crypto Academy. So Coreum is getting us passive income right now at over 32% APR, which is your annual returns. That's pretty awesome, right? Compare that to like the 1% or -% interest you'd get in a bank account. 32% is pretty amazing. So we're focusing on that for financial income. It's part of what we'll teach you all about if you join Conscious Crypto. So recommend you guys apply for that. If you are, you know, needing help with setting up these accounts, we'll walk you through it, show you how to do it, get the passive income going for you. The other one we're focusing on right now is Flare. So Flare has an even crazier passive income opportunity right now. There is a monthly airdrop distribution that is occurring for the next 3 years every month. Started out at 20% per month, and it's going down slowly every month. But it's been consistent for those that got in early. You get the same amount every month. So basically, if you get in now, you'll get it's probably around 15% now the next month. And if you compound that, meaning you take what you earn, you throw it back in, and you just let it grow, the interest will actually compound. And there's bi-weekly staking rewards that you get on top of this. So some of you might be like, I don't know what that means. This is all nonsense. But, I feel that, there's opportunity there, and I get it. I get the vibe of it, but I don't get it mentally. That's what I'm here to help with. Shoot me an email down below, apply for the program. We'll help you out with all of this. But Flare, I just want to stress, like, you want to get in on this early, because it's not going to last. I mean, it's for the next 3 years, but it's going to go down. So the longer you wait, the less you'll make. The earlier you get in, it's going to be massive gains. Like when I was calculating it right before the airdrop started, over the 3 years, if you compounded everything, it came out to over a 23x return of investment, just in terms of the coin, not even talking about the price going up or down. 23x return of investment. So wild stuff. Like the passive income for Flare is even more than Coreum. Coreum also has an airdrop, but that opportunity's already ended. So if you got in on that, that's awesome. Flare is still open. You can still take advantage of it. So basically, Flare and Coreum are my 2 top cryptos behind XRP. These are the ones that I'm focusing on the most. They're all in the XRP ecosystem. So both Flare and Coreum, their teams were funded one way or another through Ripple. They were given grant money. So like I said, Coreum is connecting XRP to the Cosmos ecosystem. Flare is going to be connecting multiple blockchains, bridging lots of ecosystems together. So they're both focused on maximizing passive income and bridging other blockchains. Very important. And even above things like XLM, XDC, I'm prioritizing these because I think not only am I aligned with their mission and what they're doing, but the fact that they're such small cryptos, they're outside of the top 50, and Coreum's definitely outside of the top couple hundred cryptos. Very small, which means there's massive amounts of room for market cap, meaning the amount of money you can make on it as the price goes up like a stock. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. XRP, Coreum, Flare, my top 3. And that's basically everything going on right now. So again, if you want to join Conscious Crypto, click the link down below. We'll teach you how to do all this. There's not a lot of time before the settlement occurs. So I think we're getting really close. In general, we're getting really close to the shift of the financial systems. And in general, you want to move your money away from places where the government or a bank or a private company can freeze your money. Like, it's not your money if another group can take it from you, if they can freeze it. So put your money into crypto where, you have full sovereignty over it. That's my thoughts and feelings. And I feel like this is the future of financial sovereignty and of shifting the way that the future changes are going to take place on Earth. So you guys have heard me say this before, but we are the ones we've been waiting for. I don't think anyone's going to be the change for us. I don't think we should be waiting for a savior figure, whoever, whatever that person or group is. We have to put that faith and that investment in ourselves, and that change is going to come from us. And I believe that this shift in the financial system through XRP, through the QFS, through the way that the current systems are dying and collapsing and birthing into the new, the Phoenix rising, this is going to be the catalyst. We are going to be the catalyst to be that change. And I want you guys to be a part of it. So that's what we're doing in our Conscious Crypto program. We're creating the network and the group that we're going to need when we come into this massive amount of wealth. So we all know, all of us in the program that are invested in these cryptos, we all know that we're coming into this wealth, and we're planning how we're going to be using it. And we're creating that network that we're going to need so that we can take advantage of each other's resources and knowledge and wisdom, and have this international group that transcends borders, that we can create and be the change we've been waiting for so long. So if that resonates with you and you want to join, you can hit apply below. We've got weekly coaching calls. We have course curriculum. You can go through at your own pace. And we have a private group where we talk about all this stuff and disclosure and ascension, and we bring it all together. So hope to see you there. And thanks for tuning into this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment below about what you want me to talk about in the next video. And of course, like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification, and much love. Take care, guys.